more Crash 2 after yesterday's slight embarrassment at the end. Missing out on saving and accidentally loading. I did go back. And I also, in the process, managed to find that single box to get the actual box gem for the first level. It was a pain because it's some random one over a turtle that you have to stomp on in order to bounce up and hit it. So here we are in Warp Room number 2, heading off into our next ice level. Always forget about those porcupines that you can only slide into from the front. I think instead of taking that out, I'm just going to be safe and go over it. If we'd gotten the red gem back on the first Warp Room level, we could have gone there to get all the boxes. As it is, we will be able to get that right away. But it always helps to have the extra fruit when we need it in order to gain back lives that we will undoubtedly end up losing as we go through. This game actually took me quite a bit to get used to after playing the original. I believe there were actually a few YouTube videos that made mention about how Crash moves slightly different here in the remakes than he did in the originals. Just an acknowledgement to all the viewers I've gotten and the few new followers I've gotten. It means a lot, so thank you. Despite it being something so small, it's definitely appreciated. Unlike the last snow level, there's nothing behind us to get. Here's our one purple crystal for the level. And of course, not even close to the box gem, which I figured without having the red gem. But onward we go. And onto Air Crash. It's our first appearance of Death Platformers, which you have to make it to that point without having lost a life in order for the platform itself to appear. That's it. As I was explaining yesterday, this game has special meaning to me. It was a game that I got as it was almost brand new. Well, it was fairly brand new at the time. It had just come out a few months prior. But it was definitely a Christmas present that I had always remembered, and it stuck with me because at the same time, and I know it's aging myself horribly to say, I had also received the Chumbawamba album at the same time, which, let's face it, back in the day you could not get away from that song. I'd brought actually the disc to school with me to bring to my friend's house, and while I was in school it ended up getting stolen out of my bag, and I don't remember exactly who it was that did it, because being the foolish young kid I was, I always shared my locker with someone even though I told you not to, and lesson learned, I guess. Now with this, I know there's one of these where you have to hit the exclamation. And over here's our death route for making it this far without having lost a life. But thankfully if you lose a life in them, you still get access to it. Timing is always key. I always seem to just over jump that next one in line. It's fairly obvious. I don't think I've ever gotten to that death route before.
What have we got?
And it helps to actually be able to take that extra hit there. And completing the death route gets us an extra gem. Back in we go to attempt to get the box gem this time. Thankfully we won't need to go onto the death platform. This box there near the start of levels that you've already completed is for time trial mode. Attempting to get relics. Probably not going to be doing that. I know my limits, and I've never once been able to get all of the... I believe the highest you can get on those is a platinum relic. This wouldn't be me if I wasn't jumping in between boxes. Or hitting load instead of save at the end. Actually, I had quite a few people get a hold of me about that. Glad they can find the humor in it. As far as I know, there's no need for any outside gems in order to get all of the boxes in this. If I remember right, Yes, making it over to this platform actually warps you. Oh no, it's not this one. There actually is a level like this at some point that you have to, I believe, go backwards over a few ledges like that, and when you reach the end, it actually warps you to a whole nother level. Not sure why the slide jumping is getting so much easier now when I couldn't do it to get onto those birds last time. Saved my life. Was not planning on doing that.
What have we got?
Looks as though I may have missed the nitro detonator crate. I'm still rather shy for the box gem in this one, but onwards we go. To Barret, the first bear riding level. Trying to get all the crates while riding on this bear is not exactly easy. And will probably lead to many, many intentional deaths to try to get back to where I was. And of course, despite the fact that it's a polar bear and those are seals, one hit and it takes you out. There's our purple crystal. and jumping too far lands you in the icy water. Tried to cut it shorter. I'm no biologist, but I'm pretty sure that polar bear just barked. And missed a box. Well, at least the polar bear is unharmed if you get blown up. I was cut it too close on that first one. Thinking if I hit that, then I'm going to miss the second one. Unlike other levels, once you finish this, you don't get a chance to come back and go for things that you've missed. For that main reason. But on the plus side, we have the box gem for this level. Alright, on to Crash Crush. Looks like another boulder dodging stage. As I stated, the mines don't actually kill you, but they give the boulder a chance to do it for them. In this one, there will be these electricity gates that span across the whole thing that you actually have to slide under the bottom of. Or, you know, not. You do that just to get a few of the extra boxes you need for the gem in this. gaps also get a little bit wider as you're running from this and trying to jump over them while being chased and trying to dodge whatever's in front of you is not always easy. And another bonus area down. A few boxes away from our goal. Alright, 7 more should be all down through this area. Don't think they're down there though. All because I couldn't jump at the end. And in order to do that body slam block, you do need all of those boosts in a row in order to get far enough away from the boulder. Alright, box jump for this level as well. Alright, one more level for this warp room before we head on to the second boss of the game. That'd be the Eel Deal, the first underwater level. Oh no, not an underwater level, it's one of the factory levels. Last thing you want to do is hang out in the water for too long with those eels. You're just standing on those platforms that look safe. If you stay on them too long, they do end up falling down into the water. I believe it's over. Yes, it is over here. whole bunch of nitro crates, a single regular box. There's the wall here that's fake. Nabs us the green gem. Unlike when we got the blue gem, it doesn't immediately warp us back out, so we can attempt to complete the level. Probably should have taken care of those rats before I had to come back through. And now onwards with the rest of the level. Alright, having died, we will have to head back through all of that again to get the green gem. At least that area will be easier to get through. Well, now it'll all be easier to get through because you have to start again. And I went down here for absolutely no reason. Alright, knowing that, I will not head down that side way again. I shouldn't even have to for the one box. But just to be safe, even though it's surrounded by nitro crates and should break when they detonate, I'm going to leave it be. It's much more satisfying to just break it like that. A slightly simpler bonus area than in the first world. Another split, once again taking the path that doesn't have the Wumpa fruit. I believe just going down here will get us some extra boxes. But there is Wumpa Fruit leading down there, so I may go check out the other path first. Ah, that's why. That has a purple crystal for the level. The first instances of hanging. It's a mechanic where your depth perception can get rather messed up. Two more boxes left, and we will have yet another box gem for another area. And there it is. Another cutscene.
10 of 25 crystals. You're on your way. I'm running low on power, so communication from this point will be difficult. Remember, I'm counting on you.
Well, I do hope none of that was important information. Second boss, the Komodo brothers. Komodo Mo and Komodo Joe. What you have to do is you have to wait for one to stop spinning, so you can spin him into his brother. Then he begins chucking swords everywhere, and the process begins again. Like all the other bosses, 3 hits is all it takes to beat him. That's 2 bosses down, 2 warp rooms completed. Well, this one isn't fully completed, still missing a few gems. But we will go up to the 3rd area. Yet another cutscene.
Good show, Crash. The Komodo brothers obviously lacked your mettle. But now's not the time to get cocky. There are still many crystals to obtain. Remember, the world is counting on you.
Off to plant food. There's another one where you have a timer to get to the end of the level. Thankfully, they give you a checkpoint right in front of it. Just have to make sure that you don't hit any checkpoints in between, because if you start halfway through, it doesn't set the timer for what would be an appropriate amount of time in between. Boost it onto one to get sucked down another. Taking a hit was a little bit better than any other option. First time dying to a plant. Not too sure how tight the time limit is on this compared to the other level. It just wasted so much time. Nope. Right there at the end, and didn't have enough time after wasting that trip down the side area there. Both the path here, it seems possible to get through it without wasting too much time. I'm sure any speedrunners that watch can tell me all the places I could shave even more time off. Normally collecting 3 of the masks will give you invincibility, but if you're riding on a vehicle like this, it doesn't trigger it. So you basically hit the box just for the completion of the boxes. It doesn't give you any added invincibility, which would usually help in these levels. Constantly boosting is about the only way to get through with enough time. And there you definitely want the extra hit. Right there at the end, had plenty of time. Simple mistimed jump ends it. There we go, yellow gem. And I can see on my channel that I've gained yet another follower. Sorry it's not showing me your name right now, but thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying what I'm doing right now. Hopefully watching the multitude of ways that Crash can die is at least somewhat entertaining. Can't help getting those sinking feelings around these whirlpools. Off to the bonus round that we have been skipping over this whole time. I was also asked at some point if I would ever think of streaming horror games, and I definitely would. I'm one of those people though that would do it for the ambiance, so it would be more of a late night stream, no lights on, anything like that. Make it so the audience as well as myself is properly in the mood for any kind of horror game. I have a few different ones I can play. Maybe I'll set up a poll on Twitter to see which one everybody would be more apt to watching. Yes, a special shout out to Jackie for asking that question and actually giving me the idea to do it that way. And box gem for this level. Next level, sooner or later. Another one of these levels. Oh, I don't think there are too many eels that appear in this one.
And since we got the yellow gem, excuse me, there's now the yellow gem path here. Forgot I had that extra hit. Almost died. Alright. Figure out how best to do that. Too many close calls there. I think I may have to try to save my extra hit for there, take the hit, and kill the enemy there, and not so much for that plan. No matter how many times you die, they will only give you just a level 1 Aku Aku mask to help protect you. It's not like certain Mario games where if you keep dying, they give you the invincibility suit. I just have this feeling I'm going through this for nothing, and that there's no extra boxes or anything like that at the end. And since I have the clear gem from this area, that I don't need to be going down here. And there's actually no way to get rid of those eels at all. Alright, so apparently I was just proven wrong by this game, as they just gave me a level 2 Aku Aku mask. Apparently you can throw your body at a wall hard enough for them to take pity on you. Alright, made it to the opposite end. Now that I look back on it, I definitely could have gone without going back through that section again. I should have hit those boxes before I went down the yellow path. But looks like I'm going to throw myself at this in order to gain the invincibility I need. Hopefully I have the extra lives for it.
What have we got?
Not the crowning moment in this level, but alright, back at the yellow gems, got those extra boxes. And making it back through shouldn't be too much of a hassle. I can also get the bonus stage. Crash's crawling animation has always been so slow. And of course it gave us 10 out of 16 because of all the nitro crates, which I'm sure is most of what's left over for crates now. And thankfully there's a respawning enemy here to try to get rid of all of those fan blades. Which makes leaving even easier. Definitely not the safest way to do that. I do love that they actually gave the enemies voices when you defeat them. In the original, they just kind of shot off to the side and that was it. And it shows for missing. Oh, there it is, the last box. And box gem. So, both clear gems and the crystal for this level.
And found detailed schematics for an improved Cortex Vortex and a suspicious-looking space station. I'm not sure, but Cortex might be trying to...
It's always Crash's smart sister coming through in the clutch, trying to come up with what Cortex is planning with all these crystals. On to the next level. bear down. And we're on another bear riding level already. Usually make it across those gaps, you have to tap the dash button before jumping, gives you a little extra distance, and missed a box. Once again, didn't listen to my own advice. Hitting dash before jumping. Knocked off the bear and straight into the water. And yet that's an achievement. I dodged too many, thinking they were TNT crates and they aren't. Started out with so many lives and I've lost so many. And even landing on those statues loses you a life. And missed more boxes. Reaction time is a very key part to some of these levels. Thankfully, on our way here, we hit a checkpoint, so. Crystal. Tried to sneakily hide a crate in between those statues. And we are one box shy. So, what you can do, jump over those platforms here, and it's a warp to another area. As you can see, these are the portals that we need to add to certain levels. This is going to lead us to a second part of Air Crash, so we can actually complete getting all of the boxes. As much as I need the lives, I don't think I could have made all those platform jumps. And that puts us right here at the beginning of Air Crash. With all of the nitro crates actually removed and a few extra boxes put into our collection for the level. Completing it now and getting all of these boxes should actually award us a clear gem for the level. We'll also have to go back through this bonus section again. This should give us a chance to build up some more lives after everything we've lost. And after having completed the death route, the actual platform will stay there, even though there's no need to go down it anymore. I was just saying earlier about how much easier the slide jumping has gotten. Game is always out to prove me wrong. see, we have all 102 crates, so our box gem will be waiting right in here for us. If I could jump on the platform to get it. Back up we go. It still gives us the purple crystal for Bear Down, despite the fact that we didn't actually finish the level there. So we'll move on to Road to Ruin. Taken out by a giant rat. Trying to remember if I don't think you can make a leap of faith to get over there. I think you actually have to find the exclamation box to turn those solid and then go back and hit them again. And I believe that's one of the colored gems that we can get. If not, that's the death root that I messed up a few times already. Then you just have to slide into those lizards that can't be spun. Now, be careful on that last life there. Now, having hit that, I think the odds are slightly in my favor that the crates at the beginning of the level will have been built in, so we will go take a look. First one of the run. But restarting the level gives us a chance to try and make it to the death root again. death run. I think having made it to the checkpoint now, if I were to go back and attempt to get those other crates, or at least see if I were to die, I don't think the death route would disappear. Could be wrong. This game has a very good habit of proving me wrong. I guess we can see now. Okay. So you actually have to access the death route first before it will stay there. Good to know in case we ever have to do this again at another point. Alright, perilous bit of platforming later, and we find out that no. Just double checking to make sure I didn't miss something at the beginning area that would have. And now I've realized what I have to do to hit them. The rat right there at the beginning of the level, you have to actually spin into him when he's facing or walking back towards where the exclamation crate is, because when you spin into him he will fly over there and hit the exclamation crate for you. But since we'll have to go through the level again to do the death route, and it'll give us something else to attempt. But I believe not getting those crates will mean that we won't be able to get the box gem. The most convoluted bonus area. It's one of the few times where the bonus platform takes you away, it doesn't take you to a whole nother level. I don't think that should have counted. Well, I do believe I've died by basically everything in this level so far. At least all the new things. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do the... give it an attempt to hit the rat off to the side to trigger the exclamation box. Alright, let's test our theory to start out with. That I think I missed. I'll head back out to the warp room. Attempt to go at least for the death route. So we can at least get one out of the 2 gems for this level. Alright, onto the death route. Well, thankfully, having access to Death Route, we can now go back to it whenever. The platform will not have disappeared on us. More logs to dodge. Yeah, I did not like the way he was just sliding along that. Alright. And sadly, whenever it comes to getting a gem after you've already gotten the crystal, you cannot just exit back out to the warp room. Still unable to get the box gem right now, but we did get the clear gem from the death root. Final level of this area, Unbearable. And instead of a boulder now, it's a giant polar bear. Pretty sure she's pissed about what we did to her baby in the last few levels. The polar bear is exactly like the boulder that will stop in these areas, and any crates that the polar bear destroys, you also get the credit for, despite the fact that Crash didn't break them. And I'm trying to remember if it's just standing here or if you actually have to jump into the pit. Well, let's try. Usually certain death, this time actually leads to a hidden area, which I believe will lead us to yet another one of the hidden areas there, like we found when we did the jumping at the end of the last polar bear level. And it looks like I'm going to have to lose a life. Thankfully I hit the checkpoint. Not even close to being fair there. There we are. Get back some lives. Not sure which one moves slower. Started with the saw on his back or the bullet that the hunter was firing. Good thing I had the extra head. And the moles from the first warp room make a slight return in order to help get across that. Brings us back up into here, so it wasn't a path to a warp room, it's just a way to get some extra boxes. More attempts at slide jumping. Just so I can hit that. Should be able to make it over the nitro crates here. Get an extra life and a few more boxes. Alright. Another polar bear level coming. I think that polar bear was just laughing at me. Guess you can't laugh at yourself, find a polar bear to laugh at you. Goodness. Yep, definitely laughing. The only thing I dislike about these levels while doing it on the Xbox is if your hands get even the least bit sweaty, your fingers start to slip down the controller even with grips on them. And at some point you feel like you're going to like have your hand slip off. I do know that there are a couple of these levels where, even though it looks like the whatever's chasing you will destroy any boxes that are coming up, a few actually do get missed. Well, I'm also trying to hit all the crates as I go through. Okay. Yeah, because this is a smart thing to do while being chased by an angry polar bear. I believe that mama polar bear just knocked her baby into the pit. But hey, shiny gem for our troubles, right? Alright, having gotten the 5 crystals for this level, we are on to our 3rd boss, and after this, I will end the stream for the day. Of course, another cutscene.
Crash, my boy. You are more than halfway there. But I'm sure you've noticed that things are getting harder. The last 10 crystals will be the hardest to gather, and our enemies will be sending their strongest forces to thwart you. I'll contact you again when you have completed the next warp room.
Alright, Tiny Tiger. This one's not about you spinning into damage him. This one's about you taking advantage of his lack of situational awareness to do exactly that. Just fall. As he goes, eventually some of these will begin to turn red and drop out, and your goal is to try to get him to jump on them when they do that. Sometimes it's easier than others. So give him to fall 3 times, and once again, simple boss fight. He follows the same pattern you do when you jump, which is why you have to at least try to make contact with one of the red platforms before it falls. And make sure you're on a safe one when the last few fall. And just like that, Tiny Tiger's down. And that makes 2 warp rooms completed today. I believe there's only 2 more left to go. I'm actually going to remember to save it this time instead of load. Just want to make sure you guys are enjoying the stream and the content. Once again, shout out to the new followers and all of the viewers I've gotten over the last couple of videos. And I will probably try to stream again a little bit tomorrow. Alright, have a good day.